What is meat?
Myself for now explains. It's on to Mars.
Season 6. Alright, so Saturday morning paper here, and let's see what we have here. Let's see the correspondence of Space Jam. Everybody's going to summer camp and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, you know what? Summer camp's great, nutrition's great. The brain doesn't, you know what I'm saying? So, like, they're like, oh, you know what part is when you turn, and that's it. That's it. Your goals are. And let's see what we're talking about here, on what they're saying, applicatory, on what this applicatory is. Lips, and just segue into the tweets, into Mars. And he gets a little smarts on smarts and stuff, like in this lifetime. It's kind of like, yeah, where. And so, like,
President Trump is realistic.
So,
Is the vision for going to Mars?
So it's like, you know, this guy's been a former U.S. astronaut. This guy's an astronaut right here. And so, like, you know, where. And then, so, I mean, his lifetime, right? I mean, you say applicatory in his lifetime. If you're watching, like, you know, Space Jam and you're like, I don't want to go to Mars, you're better off going to the exploratorium, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, learn about photosynthesis or something like that. And, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like if you watch CNN, if you don't, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's like, a Space Needle? Oh, no. And then so, that's me,
Alright, thanks, Brian Stelter. Tomorrow night, see what happens when victims and offenders of violence.
So look at this here, they're talking about the victims and offenders and stuff like that. Okay, so forget what that.
Then stay tuned for United States.
It's just something that's had a segment before. United States of America, and that's breaking newsroom in the newsroom.
Hello, thanks for joining me. I'm Alex Marquardt in this afternoon for Frederico Whitfield. The first of the Democratic presidential debates is less than 3 weeks away already, and this really...
So, let's think about it. Okay, so you're doing a reflection on interfacing with what it is, right? You want to focus in, right? And here it is, you don't want to focus on that. And then so channel 1 doesn't know what that is.
Which is the state's largest
something like
Now, even though the Iowa caucus
so,
is 8 months away, the candidates are using this time with Iowa voters.
So it's like, oh, you know, you say, oh, you know what, such and such, you know, what is it that you don't see about such and such, or whether, what is your next aim of what an aim is? Okay, well, what is your next gripe about what your next gripe is? They're talking about Escalades and whatnot, right? And all this stuff they're talking about, and all this plunking and all this hoaxing still going on. The PTSD hasn't really stopped, really. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just that it takes a different form. It just is taking a different form. And the validation behind it is, you know what I'm saying? It just is, it makes me irate. Because it's like, you do something, you know, in a debuting way, like, oh, okay, you know, I'm gonna watch it from the balcony because, you know, see, I'm trying to like watch some such and such. Well, whatever, right? You know what I mean? Like you're sitting out in the middle of Church Street right there, right? And so you're like, well, what is it the issue that you're talking about is? And it's like, well, you know what I'm saying? It's like the grand host of it is if you live in a neighborhood where it's like the 4.5 ways is split, and you're like, okay, you're trying to enjoy yourself. Okay, we know there's a divide rich and poor. We know the Safeway's out here. We know mom just got back from the food source. We know such and such says to whoever controls the Comcast cable wiring. You know what I mean? And so all that grand hoaxing and stuff like that, along with the voices and stuff, just changed form. It didn't do nothing to the effect of, like, make something blow, but it just said, it changed form to say, oh, okay, well, we're going in a different direction. To where it's like, you still give no inertia, you still give some such in which you validate. You know what I'm talking about? So you're saying, well, what do you want to do on that? On like pick up formation, right? On what he said. And so that's it. You can watch CNN. Doesn't mean, you know, If President Obama pays attention to the NCAA brackets, then you can do a little bit of both. I mean, if you live in the United States, you can watch the news, you can watch sports, you can ride your motorcycle, do leisurely things, and stuff like that. And that's it. That's it. 1,000 words. I mean, if you have a fuller life to do different facets of your life and do different facets of things, then you're not allowed to do such things. Now, if you censor yourself by your own choice, then that's your own choice. But if you say, I can't do this because, I can't, then, that's kind of like, then that's kind of like your own choice again, too, because you're just kind of like, severing your crimping your civil liberties. It's like, I want to enjoy myself during a playoff. I want to enjoy myself during a big dance on a Super Bowl. I want to enjoy myself watch CNN. I want to hear the debates or whatnot, right? And so 6 and 7. So if I'm going to go for a drive today, put some gas in and all that stuff, the facets of life of what she said and what the nigger is talking about.